Now I'm going to prepare a nice video for you, and this is in the Open Sicilian. Not only that, but the white player is Robert Fischer, and with the black we have Michael Tal. So the game will be exciting. Let's dive in. And Fischer start the game with e4, now we have e5 as we promised, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, everything is theory, I'm not commenting the moves, knight to f6, knight c3, a6, and now bishop c4, again the chosen system. e6 again, bishop to b3, and here if black went bishop to e7, then white can go immediately f4, and after short castling, white can play queen to f3, queen c7, and now immediately f5. And now white have some initiative here because he puts a lot of pressure against the e6 pawn, and if black puts this pawn forward to e5, then white can retreat the knight on e2, then after b5 he can play a3 in order to stop this kick on with the pawn on b4, and after bishop to b7 white didn't castle yet, and for that reason he can throw forward his pawn g4, and now white have some initiative because he would like to kick away that knight. He is controlling very well this square, and white's position is little better here. For that reason Tal didn't play immediately bishop e7 but went for his counterplay with b5, and now we have again f4 and b4 immediately. Knight to a4, and here Tal was a little greedy. Perhaps bishop to b7 was preferable in order to develop the pieces and start to attack to this pawn little later, but he just captured that pawn. Fischer castling, short side, and now Tal played maybe another little mistake. Again, little more preferable could be this move in order to continue the development, but after d6, now it's nice position for a diagram for sure. It's white's turn now. Can you do it like Fischer? You are a pawn down, but you have fantastic activity of your pieces. What are you going to play? And Fischer found this amazing sacrifice. He sacrificed the second pawn with this move f5. An amazing move. And let's see what happened. First of all, he should capture the pawn because again the a6 pawn is very weak, and he can do it in two ways. He can capture like that, but then we can put the bishop here on d5. The rook is under attack on a8, so rook a7, and now we have a series of forcing moves. Knight takes a5, clearing the square, and after g takes a5 we have a nice double attack. Can you spot it? Queen d4. Both of the rooks are unprotected in the corners, and white have clearly better position here. So after f5, the other way that Tal played in the game is g takes f5, and now we have knight takes f5. And after rook g8, he cannot capture immediately, definitely, because now we have this double attack. The queen is attacking this square here, and the rook is under attack as well, and after queen a4 we have the same tactic, attacking the both rooks as the previous move. And after that he cannot play d5 because we have this nice move, knight to h6. Now the f7 pawn is under attack, we have the rook and knight there. The knight is protecting very well by the bishop, and probably he's forced to capture here. Bishop takes on h6, and you can see that black's position is a little destroyed here because she cannot castling short side. This f7 pawn is very weak. The queen can jump on h5 to create an attack here. The knight is the only active piece, but it's alone. So black here have some development problems, and for that reason he didn't do that. He just played rook g8, and he is aiming to create some counter attack or to stop this check probably. I don't know. He just developed the rook. The question is, what are you going to do now with white pieces? And white have a fantastic move. Can you spot it? It's white's turn. It's difficult to find such a moves, but Fischer had a lot of imagination and he found this amazing move. He didn't hesitate to sacrifice another piece on d5 this time, and now the rook on a8 is under attack, the knight on e4 is under attack, and both of pieces are untouchable. For example, if we just capture here, it's obvious that white will capture the rook, right? So with the big advantage, this is easy. The other thing is if we capture the bishop, e takes d5, but again we have queen takes d5, and this is a double attack. We are attacking both the knight and the rook, and after bishop takes f5, queen takes f5, now we are attacking the f7 and the knight. What to do? Probably rook a7, and now we can capture here, rook e7, queen takes b4, and white is a pawn up, queen c7 for example, bishop f4, and everything is very nice. White have a fantastic initiative in this position. For that reason, bishop to d5, it's an amazing move, and Tal didn't touch the bishop. He played the rook a7, and now Fischer didn't play correctly. The best move here was, an interesting move is to play the bishop on e3. This is interesting, and after, for example, knight c5, queen h5, or after bishop to b7 to sacrifice everything. If we just capture here, then he can capture the bishop, eliminate a strong attacker here and protect the center. This is a knight counter-attacking, creating a counter-attacking chances, because this bishop is a fantastic piece cooperating with this rook and eyeballing, both of them eyeballing the g2. Now the knight can jump somewhere, I don't know, and after that we can capture the g2 pawn. But it's difficult to find all these moves. Bishop to e3 is interesting, definitely, and Fischer played here, he captured the knight. This is very nice move. It's very nice, and now we have e takes f5 and bishop takes f5. Of course, other moves are available here, bishop to d5 for example, bishop f3, all of them are very good, but he just captured f5, it's okay. And now rook e7. Finally, he found something, Tal found something to do. He moved only his rooks, right? And the material is equal, the position is approximately equal, and Tal is fighting very hard now in order to protect his king. And I don't suggest to play like Tal in this game, because as you can see, he is trying to find the only moves in order to survive. Now we have bishop takes c8 from Fischer, Tal recapture with the queen, and now Fischer didn't play the best move, and the position has some poison here. For example, if you just capture the pawn, this is the losing mistake. What are you going to do with black? Now black is winning, and black can deliver this counter-attacking check on g2. This is a check, king has to capture here, and after rook e2 we discover this threat. This is a discover attack, the queen is unprotected, and after king f3 for example we can capture the queen, queen c2, another double attack. Now the king and the knight are unprotected, and black is winning in this variation. So let's go back. You can see that the position is difficult. During the game he played this bishop f4, we are going to see it, a very bad move, very bad, but the correct move is to play c3, because now with c3 we are trying to do something about the knight, and the queen is protecting the knight. This is very important. Now this knight is protected, because after queen c6 during the game he played bishop f4, and after queen c6 he was very likely to complicate the game, but now black is in a better position, because the g2 pawn is under attack and the knight is unprotected, so he won something here. For that reason c3 was the best move, and after queen c6 for example we can play rook c2, rook f2, and white is close to winning here, or he has a clear advantage. But Fischer didn't find the best move, he played bishop f4. Did he calculate only his own moves? And probably he justified Hikaru Nakamura quote, because Hikaru said, okay, Fischer will lose to all of us today, to all of the strong players, and probably he is right, because today's best players are better than Fischer and Tal. They can play better, thanks to the computers first of all. So bishop c3, he made this is more human game, to put it in this way. c3 was the best move to protect the knight, but he just developed the bishop, a very normal move, but he missed the opportunity to continue pressing Tal. And now we have queen to c6, queen f3, queen takes a4, bishop takes d6, and queen c6 back. He would like to exchange queens, to exchange pieces, because black's king is still in the center, and this is dangerous, right? We have bishop takes b8, queen b6 check, and he would like to capture the the bishop. And as you can see, Tal was fantastic on tactics, and he didn't miss any tactical opportunity. We have now king h1, queen takes b8, and here probably queen c6 played during the game, but probably rook a e1 was another interesting line, because now the f7 pawn is under attack, the rook on e7 is pinned, and the best move here is to run away. With the king to d8, for example. If he just play rook g6, then we can capture here on f7, king d7, rook d1 check. For example, he can put the rook here, but then we can capture. The queen cannot recapture here on d6 because the f8 bishop is unprotected, so he should recapture with the king. And now what are you going to do? It's white's turn. And it's terribly wrong to capture here on f8, because we can capture the queen, rook takes f8, the material is equal, but black can deliver this check here, and after rook f1 we can capture the rook, and this is a checkmate. So let's move back. The best move here is to continue giving checks. Rook f6, this is a check, king d7, another check on d5. The queen cannot go on d6 now, because we will capture with check, and after king e8, for example, in order to protect the bishop and liberate from his pieces, coordinate them, we have another check on h5, another very nice check, and after this we can give a check on f5. King f7, again we cannot capture the bishop on f8, but we can give this check on c5, and now the position is difficult, because let's say if the king goes on b7, here we can deliver a checkmate in two moves. We can give this nice check, king a7, and queen can capture here on a6. A very nice checkmate, because the queen is taking one important square and king cannot escape. This is the idea, and if he turns back, then we can give this check, king d8. Unfortunately, he should go there, and after this check, the only move is to put the rook in between, and then we can deliver a checkmate like that. So this is a long variation, and you can see that white's attack is still extremely dangerous. After this move, rook a e1, this is a very nice move, but the best here is to run with the king, because now the f7 pawn is protected, the rook is unpinned, and we are threatening to exchange some pieces. For example, he can give a check here, but the king can run away. Queen f4, for example, king b7, rook d6. She don't like to exchange queens, keep the rooks on the board. But after queen c7, finally the black king finds some safety, and he can capture on b4, but we have king c8 back, rook takes a6, and queen b7 again. This is attacking the rook, protect the a8, he would like to exchange queens, and similarly he is threatening a checkmate on b7. So finally Fischer should exchange the queens, and king b7, rook a f6, rook d7 for example, and the position is approximately equal here. White have 3 pawns for the bishop is not playing at this moment, and both sides have some chances here, but the position is approximately equal. The position is playable for both sides. Anyway, this was a very critical moment during the game, and I missed it, and I'm going back. Here is, and the one possible way is to play rook a e1. This is very nice move after this long analysis, and he went queen to c6. This is another normal move as well, it's okay. Rook d7, rook a e1 now, because if he just capture here, this is not very good, because after queen d6 the queen joins the defense, and everything is protected now, and the attack is over, and we cannot give another check on e1 for example, because the king can capture on f7. Everything is protected and black is winning here. I'll add it on the notes. And another continuation is to play rook a d1, try to increase the pressure against the d7 pinned rook, but we have this bishop d6, cutting the communication of white pieces, rook f6 for example, to pin or to increase the pressure against rook bishop d6, but just in time Tal he is there and creates some problems. Now the rook joins the attack and protect the d6 pawn, and if you just capture, the queen can recapture, and everything is over. It's not good to capture here for example, but Anyway, the position is almost lost for white now, because he should capture here and after that to exchange the rooks. But if you exchange one pair of rooks, black is better now, because he start organize his pieces. The bishop is in the defense, the queen can join the defense. At some point the rook is very active, the bishop is protecting the pawn, everything is nice. Black is better here. So let's move back. He didn't play rook takes f7, he didn't play rook a d1, he played rook a e1. Very nice move, and now we have bishop to e7. If he just ran here, this is a very wrong move. I'll add it as a wrong move here, a terrible blunder. Now we have a nice tactic. Of course you can pause the video. And the tactic is rook takes f7, because if you just capture here, then white can deliver this checkmate, right, with the rook. For that reason he should play bishop to e7, but then we can capture the rook, we can capture the bishop on e7, rook takes e7, rook d1, and white is winning, because the only move is rook d7 back, and then we can deliver checkmate. You can see if you have the king in the center, a lot of bad things could happen, and it's extremely difficult to play like that. And Tal played a fantastic game. He was a fantastic defender. After that he didn't went on d8, because this is losing, and he went bishop to e7. Now we have rook takes f7, king takes f7, queen d6. Fischer is trying very hard, and now the correct move is king f8. Try to protect this important rook. He is offering the other one. He doesn't care about that. Already white sacrificed some material, and after rook f1 he can run in the corner. We have rook f7, king h8, and finally the king found a very safe square, and now black will start develop his pieces and create attacks. White's attack is over here, and after that rook d8 for example. Now the queen is under attack, the d1 is under attack, and after queen g4 try to protect this square. We have queen e5, not only protect the square but attack checkmate in one. But we have queen e5 just in time, and this queen is protecting the checkmate and similarly threaten checkmate on e1. A fantastic game, a fantastic fight, right? A lot of tactics here. But after king f8 we have queen takes d7 finally, queen d6, and now it seems that everything is over, because black finally organized his pieces. We can see now that black pieces are organized. We have queen b7, rook g6, protecting everything very solidly. Now the rook and queen protect this a6 pawn, the bishop protects the b4, and everything is just fine. Black has a better position. We have c3, a5, queen c8, king g7, queen c4, bishop d8, c takes b4, a takes b4, g3. A normal move, try to open an escape square for his king and try to limit his bishop activity. Okay, we have now queen c6 check, and finally black offer the queen exchange. Rook e4, queen takes e4, rook takes e4, and now it's another question for you. What are you going to do now with with black pieces? It's black's turn. And it's extremely bad to play your bishop on e7, because after that white will manage to exchange one pair of pawns, and after a3 this is very important. You can play something like b3, but rook c7 pinning the bishop, rook e6, rook b7. Black still have some initiative, but white have counterplay for sure. For that reason it's very important to be careful, and the best move here is rook b6. And after, for example, a3, if he tries to do it like that, then b3 is much better move. Now we don't have the same counterplay, and the next move is bishop f6, attacking this pawn, and black is aiming to black would like to win the game by creating the free pawn, and white cannot push his pawn forward easily. So we have rook b6, a very nice move. Tal played very well in the end games. Usually he joked, he used to say that it doesn't matter to study the end games, because I will be piece down or piece up, and then I can win with piece up. but I can assure you he knows how to play the endgames. Now we have king g2, continuing the game, king f6, king f3, king e5, king e3, and again we talk about a3. I'm going to delete that. Now we have king e3, bishop g5, king e2. He is trying to go on the queen side in order to defend there. We have king d5, king d3, king f6, rook c2, defense, bishop e5, rook e2, rook f6, rook c2, white is waiting, rook f3, check, king e2, what else to do, rook f7, king d3, and bishop b4. Nice move, trying to create the Zugzwang, and white doesn't have a lot of moves. We have a3 finally, and you know what to do now. The correct move is b3, because you are attacking the bishop, we are attacking the rook, and this pawn is very vulnerable. Now we have rook c8, bishop takes b2, rook d8, king c6, rook b8, now rook f3, attacking the king and protect the b3 pawn, king c4, king rook c3 check, king b4, king c7, attacking the rook. Now we will have a critical moment, just a minute, rook b5, and after bishop a1, a normal move, we have a4. And now it's your turn, the final question. What are you going to do now with black? It's a nice puzzle, even intermediate players can find it. It's black's turn, Tal's move, what are you going to do? And Tal finalized this game with tactics, and he played b2, sacrificing the rook, because after king takes e3 we have b1 queen, and the rook can capture the queen, but this bishop is here and creating a check, so white doesn't have time to capture the queen. And let's see, and Tal finally won the game. Let's see the critical moments again from this game, and the critical moments is one of them is here. He played g6. Tal didn't play very well in the opening. Bishop b7 was preferable, but after g6 Fischer found this amazing move f5, aiming for the tactics, because at the end of some variations you have this double attack queen d4 as we discussed it, and now he had another fantastic move. Did you remember? Bishop f5, a very strong move here, and finally after a lot of tactics and counterattacks, Tal played here rook b6, a very nice move, tried to protect this powerful pawn, and the final little tactic is here with b2, and after king takes e3 we have b1 equals queen with check. The bishop is giving check, so Tal won a fantastic game, and definitely this is a very nice game because both players played very, very well. I hope you enjoyed it. You're very welcome to click the thumbs up button, and see you soon. All the best.
So, why you should become a member? This is an amazing opportunity to you to support the channel and gain access to exclusive perks. Well, it's not just about supporting the channel, it's about becoming part of the exclusive community. You'll be helping me to continue creating the content you love, and in return you get some fantastic benefits. We have 3 membership levels tolerated fit everyone needs: the gold, the diamond and the platinum. Join us as a member is a great way to interact with me directly. You will get loyalty badges next to your name in comments, access to custom emojis and special discounts. I prioritize replies to members. Access exclusive videos available only for members to enhance your chess skills. The time to improve is now. On the platinum membership plan you will get a chess course for free. So what you are waiting for? Click the join button to become a member today. Let's take this journey together to the next level and unlock these amazing perks.